Hello everyone, my name is Alex Martinez and today I come with a very short video because I just wanted to explain to you in a video, not just in a blog post, what my problem was and how I solved it in case this happens to you too. Okay, so here's what was happening to me and I didn't know why this was happening to me. So I pretty much had two sets or like several sets of arrays of what I thought was strings, but that was not really what was happening. So for example, as you can see here, we only have one array, and in this array we have array 1 and array 2. Just for demonstration purposes, we can see here that array 1, the key item is actually a key. As you can see from here, this is a type key. Whereas this, and these are strings. But when I was trying to do this thing, as you can see from the output here, they all look like strings. Like this key doesn't look different from this key and the strings either. So I thought they were all strings. I was wrong. So my problem started when I was trying to do distinctBy and pretty much just like distinctBy the array, because like here's the thing, if this was not a key, this would correctly filter the arrays that are repeating like this. But since one of them was a key, then this is what was happening to me. And because you cannot really see the difference between what is a key and what is a string in the output, I wasn't really aware that this was a string, because I was forming this array somehow that I was actually storing keys instead of strings. So I ended up with like multiple arrays of different types. Not all of them were keys, because also like if I were to put this as key, it would also filter correctly, but that was not the case. So it would end up with something like this, and this would not filter correctly. So there are two solutions that I can think of for fixing this. One is to create a map. And here, we don't need the index, so just like this. And if we do another map, because first we are doing this iteration instead of each of these arrays, because we have an array of arrays of strings and keys. So we have this, and we have to map again. And then in the second map, we are going to do this as string. So now, this key is gonna become a string, but it will also check like all of the different ones to make them a string too. And then we can do the distinctBy, and now this happens. Like even though this is a key, it will still be filtered correctly. So that is one solution, but it may be a little bit too expensive if you have a lot of different items, because you're doing two maps here and then you're doing the distinctBy. So you're kind of going through the whole array thrice. So if you don't want to do that, or if there's another way, or you cannot change the types of the items or something like that, you can also do this. Instead of doing two maps, we can also just keep the distinctBy, but then here inside, this is going to become joinBy. And this is going to be, I don't know, it can be empty, it can be a comma, it can be a dash, or it can be whatever you want to make them different. So in this case, I'm just going to put a comma. So this means that array 1, when we do the joinBy, actually, let me just do it here really quickly. Array 1, if we do the joinBy, and we do the comma, this is what ends up being, and this type is a string. If we do a type of, this will be a string, right? And if we do the same with array 2, this will also be a string. If we take a look at this, this will be key and string. So by doing this, we are also just pretty much transforming the values here inside to a huge string instead of having like the array. So this would essentially become the array of strings instead of an array of strings and keys. So that is another way, and this way you are just outputting whatever is the same in the values, but you are not actually changing the item if for whatever reason you cannot change it. So just to make sure that we can check on this, if I do 0, we get the first array. If I do 0 again, we get the key. So if I do type off to this whole thing, we end up seeing this as key, because this is the first thing that is coming, right? If I were to remove this, this would be string. So that way we are keeping the same types of the values, if that is what you want. Or if not, then you can also do the map and just like change the actual thing to be a string. In my case, this is a solution that worked best for the use case that I was doing. So this is what I ended up doing, because going through all of the keys was really expensive performance-wise. All right, that is all for this video. I hope you liked it. I hope this helps. And I will see you in the next videos. Remember to subscribe and to follow me on all of my socials and everything, and LinkedIn and YouTube and Prozep.com. Alrighty, see you then. Bye.